How are you doing? I am in the 4th Friday challenge. This month's theme is sunflowers. Love sunflowers. They're the easiest flower to grow, but the hardest flower to grow because the birds in this area steal my seeds, so I never get any sunflowers. Go figure. This challenge is hosted by Sarah from Jujubee DIY and Lisa from Our Grey House. Their channel links, along with the playlist link, will be in my description box down below. Please go check everybody out. My name is Tammy, and this is lamascreationsdiy. Let's start crafting. We are starting off with this craft with a piece of scrap cardboard. It's just from a cereal box. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on a template of a petal. Good enough size petal, and then cut it out with my scissors. After that's done, I pulled out some fabric, some really nice fabric. I'm going to fold it inside out, basically. And I fold it so I can get, this one gets 6 petals. I'm going to place my template on, trace around it with a pen, and then cut that out with my scissors as well. I do some with 6 petals, some with 4 petals, but I use all that fabric that you've seen in the beginning. Easy peasy. A petal is easy to draw. Then I picked out this brown fabric, and using the bottom of a paint bottle, I'm going to trace out a circle and cut that out as well. And as you can see, there's all my petals up above. I can't remember where I got these little blocks from, but I'm going to paint them all with my vintage mustard home decor chalk paint. This here is an artist panel that I picked up from Dollarama. After getting it all out of the package, we're going to stain it with my burnt umber acrylic chalk paint. No, not chalk paint. Acrylic paint by Home Decor. Just taking a rag and rubbing it all along the top side of this artist panel. I do all the sides as well. Now, taking these little petals that we cut out, I'm going to place them onto the upper left side corner, arranging them however which way you want, whatever looks pleasing to your eye. And then, using some hot glue, I'm going to start gluing them all down. Just a little dab of glue here and there will do you good. Use some finger protectors because the glue can come through. And it's hot. After the first layer is on, I just continue with all the other petals and start layering them on top, whichever way you want to go. And whichever colors you want to go. And I just keep adding on and adding on until all the petals are used. After that, no, we're not done yet. We're still adding on petals. Jeez, I thought I edited better than this. Sorry. Last 2 on. Then we're going to take that little brown round one that we cut out and glue that right into the middle of our flower. Again, just with some hot glue. Now, when I picked this here up, I noticed that all the petals on the top would flop forward, and I didn't want a floppy flower. So all those little petals, I just added a little bit of glue to them just to tack them down enough so that they wouldn't flop over like that. I didn't want a floppy flower. After those little cubes are all dry, I'm going to take a black paint marker with a fine tip and write on them, "Happy Fall, y'all." Arranging them on our little panel and hot gluing them down. After that's done, I took some more of the vintage mustard and I'm going to dry brush all around the edges and kind of where all the brown parts are on this panel. And when you're done that, this cute little sign is done. Such a pretty sunflower. So colorful. I love it. Next craft. This is a Christmas swag or something like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything off. This is something I had in my stash. My husband and I have had it for a while, but it's got music thingies on it, and that's not a part of our decor. After it's done, it'll look like that up on the left side. Taking a medium-sized styrofoam ball and my vintage mustard home decor chalk paint, I'm going to paint the entire ball. Easy peasy. I picked up this burlap from Dollarama, I believe. It's for trees and stuff. I'm going to roll it, shaping it like into a cone, seeing how much I need, cutting off a bunch that I need, and then doing it again, rolling it into a cone, and using some hot glue, I'm going to glue it down into place. That hot glue gun there that I'm using, yesterday, it blew up on me. I was sitting there working on a craft, and all of a sudden, it was like fire inside, and I was like, "Whoa!" Cutting off the excess that I don't need just with my scissors. So I'm going to be looking for another glue gun. I do have an extra glue gun, but it's an oldie. It'll probably end up doing the same thing. So now I gotta look for a glue gun. And then using some hot glue, I'm just gonna glue down all those extra little pieces. Taking our swag piece, I'm going to clip off all those little pokey thingies on the top. They're fairly easy to come off. Then we're going to stick that part up into our burlap, clipping off any more pokey thingies as you need. Using some 24 gauge floral wire, I'm going to cut off a piece, feed it through the burlap and under and around that little form that we're using, and fixing it into place. And I do that all the way around to making sure that it's all fit into place nicely. Using various sunflowers, I've got yellow ones and orange ones and big ones and little ones. I'm going to bend the stem, and we're going to feed them into another piece of the burlap. This is just one of the extra pieces that I had cut off. It's shaped into almost like a triangle, which I wanted. And we're just going to fill it in, alternating colors with the yellow and the orange and the yellow and the orange, all the way until however far you want to go. After that's done, we're going to glue our little nose on our styrofoam ball. I'm using some Eileen's tacky glue, and I'm going to use some hot glue. Excuse me. Pushing it on. There was a little pokey thingy there that I could push it on. And then I'm going to tack the nose all the way around. No, not the nose. The hat all the way around his nose. Taking our beard, we're going to put it around where his beard should be. And again, using that same floral wire, I'm going to secure it into place. Next, I noticed that the beard was a little flimsy, so I'm taking some craft paper. I'm going to cut off a piece, lay it flat on my table, and then we're going to put the beard on top. And using some hot glue, we're going to glue it to the paper after I put the flower back in. I noticed the flowers were all coming out and it's kind of flimsy, so with this hot glue and the backing on, it helps everything stay in place. Glues it all into place. After you're done hot gluing, we're going to trim off all the extra paper, and I'm just using my scissors, moving the flowers as I go. Now, taking another piece of floral wire at the top in the middle of his hat we're going to string it through the burlap, twisting it onto itself, making a little hanger, and your gnome is done. I love him. He's got a nice long tall hat. I love him. He's so cute. He's got a crooked beard. I like it. I would like to thank the ladies for hosting this challenge every month. It's always fun joining in. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment. Don't forget that little bell to know when I load more. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I always love having you guys back. You guys inspire me to keep on creating for you. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. We'll see you again next time. Bye.